Hello, this is Conrad Nunez with the MHC Healthcare Podcast, where we get to know the people behind the roles here at MHC. Our next guest is a dental assistant graduate from PMI. He has also completed the Six Sigma course, a program dedicated to enhancing managerial skills, and has been the dental practice manager here at MHC for the past 6 years. Please help me welcome MHC practice manager for our dental department, Mr. Daniel Robles.
Conrad, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for being on.
Huh?
Thanks for being on.
No, absolutely.
I know we've been trying to do this for a while.
It's been a busy year in dental. I'm glad.
Yes. We've been talking about this for a while, and thanks for making time. I know it's been crazy. And a lot of people were downtime, not busy when the COVID and all thing happened, but you guys have been super crazy. But before we get into all that, I want everybody to know how great of a person you are. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you. I've born and raised Nogales, Arizona. Went to school there, Rio Rico High School, graduated in 2002. I've been married for 12 years now to my wife, Amber. Have a 5-year-old daughter named Andrina. Biggest blessing, that I've had today.
She's so cute.
Awesome baby. Very good baby.
And she just started school, right? I know we talked about
preschool,
that.
Yeah. She's at Estes Elementary, preschool, first year. And she loves it. So hopefully it continues, her liking school and everything. But she loves going to school, loves learning and interacting with other children.
But I think she will like it because her mom is a teacher also, right?
Yes. Amber, my wife's been a teacher, I want to say 15, 16 years now. Middle school teacher for the Catalina Foothills District at Orange Grove Middle School. Nice.
Now, you, in a lot of these conversations we've had throughout the years, but you also play baseball on the weekends. You're a weekend warrior?
I continue. I just got back. This is going to be my third year, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, luckily, we had Rio Rico High School about 3-4 years ago started an alumni baseball tournament, and I got to see a lot of guys that I hadn't seen since we graduated back in high school. I graduated in Rio Rico in 2002, and a lot of my classmates, friends I hadn't seen since then. So when we played in that tournament, we all got that itch again and started looking into leagues. And for those of us that live here in Tucson, we got together and put a team together. And this is our third year playing in this league, and it's every Sunday. It's a lot of fun.
Did you play baseball in high school then, right?
Yes. Actually, I started playing baseball when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. Sports, and especially baseball, but sports in general has always been a big part of my life since I was a little kid. That's what I loved, and it didn't matter what season was going on. I always wanted to join something. As a child, I started off with baseball, like I said, at 3 years old. When I was 5 years old, I started playing at the youth hoops basketball. 6 years old, I tried playing soccer. Anyway, so it was fun, but I only gave soccer, 1 year because my heart since then has always been in baseball, and to this day, it's been my favorite sport.
How much do you think your father's influence was for baseball? Because I know he loves baseball, right?
My dad, really big baseball fan as well, and he played his whole life, and everywhere he went, I wanted to be. So every time he had a game, he played a lot in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico, and a lot of tournaments on this side, and so everywhere that anytime he had a game or everywhere that he was at, I always wanted to go with him. And so I think that's where my love for the sport grew. And up until now, it makes me realize, and I'm thankful that I had that love for that game, because being able to be involved with sports has helped me in my professional career. As a kid, you interact with all these kids that have different personalities, different attitudes, different goals. And, you learn to cope with all of that to be able to win as a team. And so I've transferred that mentality into my professional life, because same thing here at work, you're with your coworkers minimum 40 hours a week, right?
Right.
And same thing, you have different personalities, different goals, and you have, being able to play sports and do all that has helped me adapt here at the workplace to be able to be successful and be able to run a good department.
How do you think Andrina has affected you professionally? Because you said, sports and all that did this, but what about having that child?
I think a lot of parents will say that, once you have your firstborn, your perspective in life changes, your goals and everything, it changes. So it did change for the better, because now not only, everything I do moving forward is not only for me, but for her as well, and to better, to help her out in the future, be a good role model, show her, what it's like to be able to have a steady job, and the importance of education, and going to school to be able to be able to get good jobs.
I'm sure she's picked up a baseball already, right? And a bat.
Yes, she has, but right now she loves basketball.
Oh, okay.
She says that her, when she grows up, she wants to be a basketball player.
Nice.
So,
well, you like basketball anyways. We're both Suns fans.
Yes, no, absolutely. I mean, I will support her in any sport she wants to play. But yeah, I did, like I said, I played basketball all the way up until high school, and after I graduated, played in city leagues.
And then we played before COVID. We played
every Wednesday.
after work,
every Wednesday
with the dental team. So
every Wednesday we would get together with the guys and play. So if that's the sport that she wants to play, then that's fine. I know that she's also showing interest in soccer. I don't know much about it, but if I have to learn it to teach her and coach her, then I will.
It's not a bad thing. So tell us a little bit about the dental department. You've been practice manager for how many years now?
I've been a practice manager for 7 years. I've been here at MHC 9 years, and it's been a good. How can I explain this? It's a good place.
How did you? So for 2 years, where did you first start?
Front office
for dental.
Yes, I started before working here. I worked for Golden Eagle Distributing Company, which was a distributing company for Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch products. I didn't see myself doing a labor job the rest of my life, especially when I talked to my peers there that had been working there for years and driving trucks, lifting kegs, doing all that. They were having issues with their backs and their knees. And, I really thank those guys for sharing their experience. And, it was a good job, but it's not something that they recommended for everyone because the toll it would take on your body. My wife encouraged me to go back to school. So while I was working at Golden Eagle, I attended Pima Medical Institute and studied to become a dental assistant. Once I graduated, I applied for the job here. And unfortunately, at the time, there was only a front office position available. So I took it to get, my foot in the door. But once I was in the front office, the interest of the operations, like the administration side, appealed to me more than assisting in the back.
Than the medical side. Yes.
So I worked on learning more about front office and operation, things that would help me out to be able to grow as a practice manager.
So throughout that time, you just got more responsibility.
I was always eager to learn the reports. Like I was interested to see, fortunately, the director at the time, Dr. Angelati, would allow me to assist her a lot on running encounter reports and knowing the importance of, getting patients into the door, being able to see as many patients as we could. After I learned how to run that report, I started to learn a little more about reading the financials and how important it was to be able to make sure, how we could save money and how we could do things strategically to be able to uh, make our department grow. When I first started here at MHC, we only had two dentists and two full-time hygienists and one part-time hygienist. And this was 9 years ago. Since then, now we have a total of 7 dentists and 5 hygienists. So our department has more than doubled since I've been here. And it's a lot of work has been put in, not only by myself, but I've had great directors, leaders that have helped this department grow. Dr. Patel, deserves a lot of credit. Our dental director, Dr. Vijay Patel, he deserves a lot of credit. He's really put a lot of effort, a lot of hours, to be able to make our department grow.
I hate to be biased because I'm a patient for your dental department since I started, I think, 8 years ago, and I absolutely love the team. I like that welcome feeling. I mean, I don't. As an employee, you kind of do get that feeling, but I've seen it with everybody else. All the patients, all the rapport you build with them. You have a great team. The fact that you take emergencies from 7:30 in the morning is huge. Because if anybody's had dental pain, it's not nice at all, and it's to me, it's more nagging than it would be a headache or like a twisted ankle. Like it's a different pain, and the fact that you guys can address it. And I've had a couple emergencies, and you guys are like, "Yeah, come in. It's a quick wait. It gets seen." But at the same time, you're busier, right? And you've become a lot busier.
It is very, very busy. One of the things that I love about working for MHC is that we provide care for every single patient, regardless for their inability to pay. So patients come in, and as you said, toothaches, they're not fun. They come in, and we always worry about the patient first. One thing that we do offer here at MHC is payment plans. So if a patient comes in for an emergency because they haven't slept, overnight or the weekend because of tooth pain, doctors will see them for a limited exam, x-ray, get them out of pain, which is the main concern. And then we will do a payment plan for that visit if they cannot pay. We also give them a treatment plan that explains, this is what's wrong with the tooth and this is what we recommend. And we have a great program here for those that qualify, which is our sliding fee program that we always, for patients that are underinsured or uninsured, if they qualify, they can get, up to a nominal fee for a lot of the services. So one thing that has really helped the department out is being able to take those emergency walk-ins, because once again, when I first started, walk-ins were only seen at 7:30 in the morning, and you had to be here by 7:30 or you wouldn't, there would be no time to be able to be seen. Since then, we've changed it. We take now walk-ins Monday through Friday as long as the clinic is open, from 7:30 to 5 p.m. We try to tell the patients, if you could be here by 3, the latest, the earlier you get here, the more of a chance we could possibly do treatment. But once again, our biggest concern is always getting that patient out of pain because, as you said, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you have a great team. Every person I've dealt with, from Dr. Patel to Dr. Tomey to the hygienist, Nancy and it's not Andrea. Andrea.
Kristen, Jordan.
And then so we have 3 locations, right? We have our main location here in Marana.
Yes, our main location in Marana is open Monday through Friday. This is our biggest location that has 12 dental chairs. So we are able to keep this place open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We have 2 satellite locations, Alley Town Health Center, which is on Ruth Ruff and Romero. That one's open Monday through Thursday because we only have one dentist in there. Our Southside location, Clínica del Alma, also known as CDA, that one's open Tuesday through Thursday. And we try to keep those Monday to Thursday and then Tuesday through Friday to be able to offer at least 5 days of care to patients that are coming from the east side, south side, and don't have the ability to come all the way to Maine, it helps them out a lot. So we have a really good dental team also at those locations. And once again, I do feel that all of our dental department prides on, being there for the patient. During staff meetings, Dr. Patel has put together great PowerPoints on customer service and what we could do to help treat our patients better. We have a great training department here as well at MHC that I know for a fact that a lot of our employees have seeked their help and training for, videos on customer service and what they could do to better our service here at MHC.
Yeah, I think the training department has developed a nice resource package where like they've done videos and trainings on pretty much any area that MHC has to offer. So I think that's huge. That's important.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like I said, once again, our biggest focus is the patients. We want to be here for the patients and make sure that they get the care, that they're seeking.
I I started with outreach, and that's where I met you. That was at least 4.5 years ago, and we've done 2 golf tournaments together. We've gone out to the streets and gotten sponsorships, and we've worked golf tournaments, and it's been great. I think you are where you're supposed to be, so you are that leader that dental needs now. And we, as part of MHC, and from all of us, we thank you for all your work and the team. You have a great team, Dr. Patel. Every aspect of it is just, it works, and
that's one thing that I love working with Dr. Patel is the trust that we have in one another. Just the simple fact that whenever we have an idea, we're open to sharing it with each other, and we are both open to not always agreeing, but always trying to find the best solution, not only for the staff, for the department, for the patients. We work really, really well together. And Dr. Patel and myself have been working together in leadership the last 6 years. So 6-7 years. Yeah. And it's been a great last, time working with him. It's really good. And like I said, I love that he's flexible and always takes my opinion into consideration. And also, I'm very fortunate that he involves me in the hiring of our new providers, because it is very important. As a manager, you deal with the providers and getting them going as far as time off and complaints and all that. So anytime that I am with in the interview process, you get to meet the providers, and it's easier to be able to give them my input on what I think.
It's an interesting dynamic because both of you are very young, and he just became a father not too long ago. So it's like you're constantly evolving professionally and personally. But you're right that the team works well, and the fact that he's open to suggestions, new ideas, and he's also very flexible, and he practices also. Like he'll see patients all day while being the director.
Absolutely. And that's one thing. Like I said, a lot of the admin things, he has full confidence that I can do the job and be able to run the department, make decisions when it comes to the admin side, and even when it comes to helping out on grants. In dental department, we do a lot of, we're consistently seeking, for grants with the help of our foundation from Steve Stone and Alan Michaels, who have been great help whenever they have ideas on getting new grants. They share it with us. But like I said, we're consistently looking for an opportunity to be able to find this money to help serve, patients that are uninsured and underinsured, right? So even when it comes to that, like grant writing or things like that, like he takes, he has a lot of confidence in me to be able to help him out with that. And that gives him the opportunity to be able to treat patients and be able to be there and focus on their, on treatment for them, and not worry so much, about all the admin things. So he does flex his time a lot. Really good, leader in my opinion when it comes to that. He does take the necessary time for things that he does have to attend, whether it's meetings and things like that. But a lot of the times, he relies on me a lot to be able to get those things done.
And you've delivered. Like I said, it's been great. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. It also helps you have a really good team.
It is awesome.
It makes your job easier.
Honestly, in dental, we do a lot of things outside of work. That's one thing, like I said, going back to Dr. Patel, he has been able to organize gatherings outside of work. And we used to do it once a quarter pre-COVID, or whenever we would hire a new dentist or we would be losing a dentist as a farewell. We would meet, somewhere, whether it be pizzas or an ice cream, and he'll organize it so we not only see each other outside of work, but we also get to meet, our families, each other's families and stuff. And so it is a good team that we have, not only at work but outside of work as well. It's a little dental family, I guess.
Yeah, a little big dental family.
Yes.
I mean, throughout the years, we became, I would say, friends, right?
Absolutely.
Unless you don't want to say.
Absolutely.
So it's been interesting, and it's been great to finally get to interview you, and I want to say thank you for being, I mean, such a great manager and friend. You've always been there. We used to live close to each other, and our kids have played. So personally and professionally, I do want to thank you for that. And
thank you for the time. I feel the same way, despite your choice of football team, I still consider you a really good friend. But thank you for having me. And if there's anything that, I mean, as you mentioned with the golf tournament, I am always willing to help out. And that's what I've always told my peers, it's, and going back to sports, it's that team mentality. We all have to put in our parts. And if there's anything I could do to help the team out or MHC out, I'm always willing to do and do it to the best of my ability. So thank you for having me. And
it shows, and I appreciate it.
Anything that you need, you let me know.
Thank you, man. Thanks for being on.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you to our guest, Daniel Robles. For more information about our dental services, call us at 520-616-6200 or visit us online at mhchealthcare.org.